Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem, amma ba'd. So now moving on to the next lesson is now, instead of placing khabar instead of insha, we're placing insha instead of khabar. Okay? Wa aksuhu. Aks means opposite, an opposite of the previous one. So the previous one was wad'ul khabari mawdi al-insha. Now we're doing wad'ul insha mawdi al-khabar. It should have been what? Madi or mudari, but instead what do we use? Insha. Why do we use this? كَإِذْهَالِ الْإِنَايَةِ بِالشَّيْءِ, to show the importance of something. For example, we've done this before in the previous book. قُلْ أَمَرَ رَبِّي بِالْقِسْطِ. To أَمَرَ رَبِّي بِالْقِسْطِ. Okay? Why should it have been? أَمَرَ رَبِّي بِالْقِسْطِ با حرف جر مجرور. وَإِقَامَةِ وُجُوهِكُمْ. This is masdar, isn't it? What's qist? Masdar. Allah has commanded me to be just. And He commanded me to establish salah. Or establish me to turn my face to every to turn my face towards the qibla whenever I perform salah. Correct? So this should have been a masdar as well, isn't it? No?
Yeah, it's masdar.
Huh? But because now you want to show how important, to give emphasis of the salah, what do we say? Instead of saying وَإِقَامَةِ وُجُوهِكُمْ, we say وَأَقِيمُوا وُجُوهَكُم. So this should not have been an amr, insha. It should have been a normal sayga like a masdar. But we changed it to do what? إِذْهَالِ الْعِنَايَةِ بِالشَّيْءِ.
So that wow is atf.
It's atf, but how, the art does not match because this is fa'il and this is masdar.
But in meaning it matches.
In meaning it matches. Because they have the same meaning, but it has been changed from its asal original form to show the importance of the second, the ma'tuf. Okay? Another one is at-tahashi, to avoid muwazat al-lahiq bis-sabiq, to avoid equating the last second with the first. Sabiq is what comes first and lahiq comes afterwards. Tahashi is to avoid. So what tahashi and muwazat al-lahiq bis-sabiq, to avoid equating the second with the first. What does that mean? They want to differentiate between two things very clearly. That's not the same level. For example, قُلْ إِنِّي أُشْهِدُ اللَّهَ. So basically what you want to say, what you want to say, that أَنِّي بَرِيءٌ مِمَّا تُشْرِكُونَ, that I have nothing to do with what you are ascribing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. مِمَّا تُشْرِكُونَ, those things which you are ascribing to Allah's partners, I have nothing to do with these things. Correct? And I want to make sure that you know and Allah know. But to differentiate between your knowing and your testifying and Allah's testifying, we use different sighas. We say here, Ushhidullah. What's this? Jumla khabariya, insha'iyya? Ushhidullah? Khabariya. Got it? That's khabariya. But then so Allah's shahada is what? Khabariya. And to differentiate, to avoid tahashi, to avoid equating. To avoid equating the lahiq, the latter, with the previous. Now look, Allah's testimony and yours is different. So I'm going to use khabariya here and washhadu, and you guys also bear testimony. This is what? Insha. So that they remain different. That's one form or one reason or one benefit of bringing them separately. So he says here, Lam yaqul wa ushhidukum. He didn't use the same pattern. Why? Tahashin, avoiding muwazati shahadatihim bi shahadatillah. Avoid equating their testimony with Allah's testimony.
So to honor the word, basically Allah. So that's the reason why.
Yes, look, Allah's testimony is much more important than yours. That's why I'm using his with khabariya and yours with insha'iyya. Okay? Taswiyah. To equate. أنفقوا طوءا أو كرها. So we say, spend طوءا أو كرها. Spend happily or unhappily, without your heart's content. So now by saying this, is this a command?
No.
What does it mean?
It is a matter.
It is a matter. So taswiyah. So by using the amr here, using the insha form, we really mean what?
Okay, yeah.
لن يتقبل منكم سواء whether أنفقتم, whether you spend طائعين أو كارهين. That's what it really means. But we use the insha. This insha is used to show taswiyah, that the both forms of taw and kar is the same.
Going back to the other point, you know where you ushhadu and washhadu. what is like? I know you said that is to provide, to show honor and to show Allah's status is much more. But why would you use mudari to show that? What is special?
I am making Allah testament to what I am saying this now. I am saying inni bari'un mimma tushrikun, and Allah is going to witness to what I'm saying. So I'm making Allah a witness to what I am saying. The second one is saying up to you. You can bear witness as well if you want.
Oh, okay. So I see.
Okay. Another example. أنفقوا. No, that's the same thing. Sorry. أسركم أسر قولكم أسر أو اجهروا به أسر قولكم أو اجهروا به أو اجهروا به. So أسروا قولكم, whether you keep your sayings or your statements private and conceal it, or whether you say openly, it's the same. There's no difference. Do you understand? You follow? You got it? Achha. Now one important thing before we finish here is, here look at this hadith. من كذب علي متعمدا فليتبوأ مقعده من النار. Whosoever attributes something against Allah whoever lies against me, meaning the Prophet ﷺ is saying that if you say a lie against me, then فليتبوأ مقعده من النار, then he should make the fire of hell his abode. Okay? Now really, why? This is Amr, isn't it? فَلْيَتَبَوَّأْ أَمْرَ غَائِب, he should. Really is meaning, this is khabar really though. It's not insha, it's khabar. Whoever does this, مَقْعَدُهُ النَّارِ, his fire, his destination will be what? An-nar. But by saying Amr, so by state, because this is a fact, isn't it? That whoever lies will have this punishment. Now, by saying this, okay, now by saying this in Amr form, what does it show? It shows that the Prophet wants, he has a raghba in this as well. Because when I say hati ma'an, qum, ijlis, I am showing that talabul fa'l, I want this fa'l to take place. I want to say takallam, and I want to say quiet and listen. Would I? So by using the Amr saying, what is Amr having it contained within its form? You want something. So by using فَلْيَتَبَوَّأ instead of saying مَنْ كَذَبَ عَلَيَّ مُتَعَمِّدًا فَمَقَّدُهُ النَّارِ, by saying فَلْيَتَبَوَّأ insha, it shows that Prophet ﷺ is so displeased with this action of fabricating things against him that he's saying an Amr form that I have raghba in this. I want this to happen to him. Now, he's disforming or distorting the religion. Okay? كأنه مطلوب له. That's one way we use Amr, which is insha instead of a khabar. So the meaning is khabar, but you say what? The bina, meaning the bina or the sigha is what? No, is insha. Yeah, Amr, which is what? Insha. But so lafzan or bina, sigha or lafz is what? Insha. But the ma'na is khabar. So ma'na and bina. So lafzan is insha, but ma'nan is khabar. That's what you see the commentator of the hadith saying on this. That this is lafzan, insha, and ma'nan is khabar. You understand?
That's common.
Yeah, it does happen. It does happen. Okay. Do you understand?
No, you said what you said, lafzan is bina and?
So, but they call it bina, lafz, or sigha. So all of them is the same thing. So in this way, whether you call it lafz, whether they call it bina, or sigha, I mean the wording is insha, but the meaning is what? Khabar. Do you understand? Yeah? Got it? Subhanallah bihamdi subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.